This is Kevin, Gamertag Magil. I'm bringing you a game of domination on firing range with the FAL. I don't use the semi-automatic weapons a lot, but I found I'm better with the FAL than the M14. But I think part of that was I was using the M14 on the new maps and I didn't really know them well enough to start with, and that didn't help anything at all. If you noticed at the beginning the game's already in progress when I started, it's not because I joined in progress, but because my mom called me while I was playing, so I was talking to her before I jumped into the game. Which is unfortunate, as my team needed some help here at the start. And I at least provide a point capturing ability, not killing a lot of people right here at the beginning of the game, but I stepped that up a little bit later when I learned to sit back and kind of wait for engagements to come to me with this gun, which is something you have to do. Using especially the FAL is really kind of tough for me because at times I want to use it as a precision weapon and sit there and like slow down my shots, make sure they're on. But as you'll see, I get better at rocking them off right away and shooting as fast as I can, so they're almost like a automatic weapon. Thankfully my gun's a lot stronger than his, so I win that gunfight, but then I lose the next one, probably to a hip-firing FAMAS guy, which I don't... People keep saying the hip-fire and the FAMAS got nerfed, but it does not seem any worse than it ever was to me. And even, you know, I've put it on just to try it because the gun's still pretty great, and just to see how it changed, and you can still hip-fire like a boss with that gun, and it does not stop you at all. And the added recoil and ADS time doesn't seem to make it any worse than it was before. So I don't know if it's never seemed all that bad to me, and I never thought it was that great of a gun. It's just that so many people use it that it seems awful because you're always dying to that gun as opposed to anything else because that's what everybody's running. And there I'm running around and I get caught in a gunfight that the semi-auto weapon just isn't going to win, which happens a few times until you learn to really control yourself and sit back and wait. That's the FAL was one of the, right, it was still the FAL in Modern Warfare 2, I believe. This is what kind of helped me become a better KD player and not die so often, because you just had to sit back and use it a little more carefully. And I think that's one of the things that really helped me learn to use the maps, or use cover, run around the maps smart, and how to control engagement. So it's just kind of a thing that helps you pay more attention to your surroundings instead of, you know, just running around trying to shoot people. Here I play Ring Around the Rosie with these guys and I pick them off, but there are a lot of guys in our spawn right now. And always a tough situation, or at least maybe not in our spawn, but what I consider a home base, because apparently because our team captured A, so we have a full team going on, so sometimes you'll capture because you've got everything set up and you're like, oh, that's cool, we can just hold these guys down. But even with a full team, if you don't have communication, it's going to be tough, and there's always some people who just don't make the call-outs like you need them to. There, thankfully I picked up that FAMAS, which lets me spray down those guys better. I don't know if I would have been able to do that as well as with the FAL. There, this team's got some guy running around the flamethrower, which is always funny, and of course he distracts me from that other guy running around the opposite side. Don't worry, I killed flamethrower dude. He's going to die right there, because he was in second chance. Here's a nice nade, but a little too late to stop them from capturing the point. And I guess it doesn't really matter since we have A as well. I do really love throwing grenades onto the points and dom and getting those kills. It's just always kind of nice because you know exactly when somebody's on it. And there I would have got that B one, but somebody on my team picked him up first, I think. Here I used the Jeep for cover poorly as I completely exposed myself and let that guy win the gunfight. But sometimes it seems like when you're behind the Jeep or shooting at somebody through there, I don't know how I didn't hit that guy, even though there's holes in like the metal of where you're shooting, that it still kind of registers, the game still registers as hitting the metal and it doesn't go through. Here, that's one of the things I kind of hate about firing range, even though I think it's probably one of my favorite maps, is the spawns are fucking crazy pants on this map, and they can turn instantly, and they don't even flip completely, just sometimes they'll kind of be in your spawn or to the sides, and you're not really aware of when it's going to happen, and it's just tough to deal with. There I lose another grenade kill as my teammate's a little more on the point than me. One of the other things I want to talk about is some of the other stuff I'm doing on my channel, since I know a lot of people come here just to watch my Call of Duty videos. Is, I've got a Let's Play of Stuntman that I'm rocking out fairly well. There'll probably be an upload of that tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, because I'm going to capture some of that footage tonight. Which is a pretty sweet game if you've never played it. If you like crashing cars or just driving games in general, it's pretty fun. And you know, it's got some comedy to it. It's pretty good. It's not hilarious, but they do some funny things in there, as much as you'd expect from a game that's fairly serious for the most part. And it's got a pretty cool. It does let you save like how well you've played. So if ever you have a good, really good run, you can just go back and watch it again, which is sweet. Here in the game, I've pulled up my China Lake because they weren't really coming anywhere. I was kind of hoping to catch. I was hoping I'd catch a group of them running together and take out a bunch of them, but it just doesn't happen. And on that second one, you saw me completely miss getting into the tin door. Here I get quite a few of these in the game. They're not quite double kills. They're just a little too slow with the fail because I'm not quite getting right back on them. I think possibly I might stop running dual mags with the fail and instead go with the grip, possibly. As there are sometimes, like when they're grouped together, where the recoil can kind of stop you from getting them fast. Not all the time, but occasionally it just kind of slows you down. Here, I'm going to sit here watching for this guy, and he's just going to, I don't know how the fuck he got on me that fast, or how he knew I was, well, I guess I probably killed him and his buddies before, but I don't know how he got on me that fast, and I always feel stupid when I'm sitting there staring at exactly where I know a guy's going to come. So I have the Blackbird, and he still wins the fight with me. But it happens, and you just gotta suck it up and go for it. I think I have the contract for the Valkyries, because I don't generally like waiting for any of the stuff that comes in the care package. It's because it makes you stay in one spot, or there's always the chance that the enemy can get it. But I do find the Valkyrie rockets fun to use. I just kind of wish they were a little bit easier to, didn't have to wait for them to drop. That would make them a lot more popular in my book. But I think then it also kind of makes them really similar to Predator missiles, and then you're just going to get basically 2 Predator missiles if you do it right. Which I don't really do in this when I use them. You'll see it coming up pretty soon, right before the end of the game. I'm trying to go. I see that they're all spawning in like firing range area, or I think they're going to try and go to A, but I lined it up wrong, and then I'm like, firing range, they got to be there, and then now I just start panicking and want to actually kill somebody with this rocket there. I almost try and kill my teammate. And I was super sad because I really thought I was going to get the final kill cam with the Valkyrie rockets, but